Okay, going ahead and getting this guy transformed. Really simple stuff. This does open. No cassettes or anything like that. And in fact, the cassettes that have been previewed are like within an inch of being as tall as him. So yeah, I don't remember. Does it go this way? Does it go the other way? No, the head does not go through. So why did I do that? Because the instructions said to do it. I did it the other way before. So I'm going to do it my way. This is not by order of the instructions. Moving these wheels around, just getting the arms out of the way. Very simple stuff. Rotate them down and around. The head, turn it around. And then if you need to open that up, boom, just to get it back, put it back, okay? So 360 at the hips, the feet, boom, boom. You got that. This whole thing goes up again, boom, boom. This piece here just flips over, boom. All right, you want to rotate the shoulders so that this side points up. Side with a little indent, boom. And that's when you bring these in. Okay. So you also want these here. And what you do with the fist, bring out the little flaps, bring them in, and they don't close all the way. It's okay because you don't see them in this mode. I'm just more accustomed to having ones that kind of fold all the way in and lock and stuff like that. So that's what we got there so far. And that's pretty much the alt mode right there. So what you're doing next, these peg together. You can wait until the end to do that whenever you want. But there are flaps on the leg that come out. Flaps on the leg. This bottom part rotates, and then it pegs into here. Rotate, boom. It's one of those things that's kind of loosey-goosey and weird while you're transforming it, but then once everything's done, it is nice and tight. Okay, and then there's a peg right there, and on the forearms, there's a spot that it pegs into. Make sure I'm doing that right. Boom, boom. All right, peg those. And honestly, that's the gist of the vehicle mode right there. Gun comes out. Boom. And then I'm just looking at the instructions to make sure that I've got the right ones on the right side. Each of these has a peg in the front. They just peg into that piece there. Boom. Make sure the feet are straight. And there. I will say straight out, I don't like this alt mode at all. I mean, it's a vehicle, the wheels roll. It's functional, but damn. Like, it's a literal thing. I was telling my friends it looks more like a caterpillar than any kind of vehicle. And it's weird because it looks kind of like a blind caterpillar or something like that. It just rubs me wrong. So, I mean, it's what it is. I guess the nice part is that I don't feel like it takes away from the bot mode aesthetic, but I think they could have kind of nixed this, just made it a boombox and, you know, called it. It's what it is. And now, because I guess I got the time, go ahead and get it into its actual boombox mode. All right, and this, you can go ahead and flip it if you want to while it's in that mode. It doesn't really matter, obviously. It doesn't keep from clearance or anything like that. Just make sure everything's unpegged. We're getting things a little bit back in order. All right, flip that down. Okay, so we're flipping this waist around. Boom, boom. Okay. I gotta get this back, but I wonder what is blocking me right now. Okay, there we go. Now we're in business. So, okay. Got that, boom, boom. And we actually keep the wheels where they were in the end. Take the arms around back. Okay. And then, what you do here, if I remember this right. Okay, so the trick here, I'm actually going to take this off so you can see it. This, to line it up right, the hip, that needs to be on this side, and then bring it around for it to line up properly. Because you're going to flip this around. There's a peg that goes into the side there, and it should also line up with the wheel peg too. So, boom. And it's hard because everything's so, I don't want to say hard like difficult, but it's one of those things to where it's pretty, there's no real magic to lining it up, but once you get it, you got it. Okay, and then from there, just the feet, up and around. So same thing, boom, boom, boom. Put the feet around in advance, boom. And right there, I went ahead and pegged in the wheel part first, and then pegged it into the side, so I think that might help, but yeah. It's definitely one of those transformations that's just kind of what it is. Alright, but as you can see, it's not hard, it's just kind of more annoying than anything. So with these, tops of the shoulders should be the tops. Rotate it so arms are out. You could actually put the fist down for this mode. Boom, boom. And then just kind of bend those around like so. Almost forgot to peg this piece back in. There's that. And then for these two pieces, I'm not exactly sure that I'm putting them on the quote-unquote correct side, but just to get it done. Boom, boom. And again, pretty simple transformation. And again, I would have preferred one alt mode with, you know, more focus aesthetically than two alt modes just for the sake of saying you have two alt modes. I don't know if that was necessarily a selling point for people. I don't know if the boombox was kind of like an afterthought, but yeah. Just not for me. So overall, it's a fantastic looking bot mode. Articulation, not up to snuff by today's Iron Factory standards, or I guess Legends in general, you know, because you got New Age coming out and they're releasing stuff that looks like literal mini masterpieces and the like. So Iron Factory, even though they're focused more on IDW designs, this and that, the quality has to be there. And again, I understand that this was a design from 2018, but if you're going to release it now, go back, make changes so it looks like something that's released now, because anybody who buys it is buying a 2022 toy. That's just it, you know? But anyway, this has been another Kuma Style review. There will be a gallery and article on kumastyle.com as always. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Kuma Style here, and we're taking a look at Iron Factory's EX-41 SonicWave. So this was first previewed in terms of prototype and stuff like that. I think it was at TFCon or maybe like one of the overseas events. It was like 2017 or 2018, so it's been years, and this has finally come out in 2022. So that has its pluses and minuses, right? Right off the bat, I'm gonna go ahead and measure this while I'm talking. I think it's around 4 inches just looking at them. It's 3 3/4 inches right there. But it has its pluses and minuses. Of course, like, it is a fantastic sound wave design. Aesthetically speaking, this is the kind of sound wave that I wish would have came out in Classics Voyager scale, whether it be by Hasbro Takara or a third-party company. The fact that that never happened is a travesty. It's one of those major characters that got really overlooked in the chug scale, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, aesthetically, amazing. Honestly, it's a top contender for Iron Factory's best in terms of just look. But with this having been a figure that was first revealed in 2017, 2018, so either 4 or 5 years, it's very dated in terms of its engineering and stuff like that, and we will go over that during this review. So that's a bummer. But anyway, looking at the accessories, it does come with Megatron, or Tyrant, in its alt mode, obviously. But I think this is the same one that came with Starscream, their Wings of Tyrant, whatever that one's called. Some modular aspects to it. His traditional blaster. Then a variety of hands. I've never known what this accessory is supposed to be. It comes with like every SonicWave. I don't know if it's like an antenna piece or what, but it pegs into the hand. Obviously alternate hands and things like that. It is cool that it came with those because that's a newer Iron Factory thing. I think Wings of Tyrant were the first ones to do that. I don't remember when those came out, but they definitely weren't there from the beginning. But okay, 3 3/4 inches tall. All right, I'm gonna start there. Give you a roundabout of them. And again, this figure looks good. The silver paint, everything about it is just amazing. The mold itself is fantastic. It's just beautiful. Let me get a couple more Iron Factory figures here so you can just see how it kind of scales. Okay. All right, Lord Scorpion, Tyrant, Wings of Tyrant. Okay. Jeez. All right, not the best poses, but I'm just trying to show skill here. All right, and a variety of heights here. Get those just out of the way here. And I also wanted to, the original SonicWave figure that they released. Get him next to here. I'm quite a bit taller. Very different design. This one does not turn into the boombox or anything like that, where this one has 2 alt modes. Subpar alt modes, but still alt modes. Make sure we're focused there. Yeah, I vastly prefer this over the other in terms of aesthetic. Yeah, I gave you guys a roundabout. And just a quick overview of the articulation. Oh, the cannon. It is modular. Has some up and down movement to it. We'll take it off just for this. Head on a ball joint. Has some up and downward movement. Shoulders. Parallel. There is some movement in the shoulder pad there, but again, parallel. Because of the transformation, there is some butterfly there. 360 bicep swivel. Single jointed bicep, but still goes past 90 degrees. It's got a lot of good stuff to it. Rotation at the wrist. And if you want to change out the hands, they just peg in and out. The waist. 360 swivel. No ab crunch. And that really kills it because a lot of their newer figures do, and that's one of those things that makes it come off dated. But even more so than that, like this back skirt, for example, the fronts have some movement, the back, none. So no back hip swing. It does just plain come out. I don't know if that's by design or that's supposed to be glued. I know the peg will fit into there just looking at it from their stands. So I don't know if that's purposeful or not, but it's nice to have in case you want to do a little bit more with this articulation. But outward, forward, we'll treat it like this is a static piece. Backwards, thigh swivel, knee joint, double jointed knee. Good ankle tilt, good ankle rock. All right. So just for the sake of getting them into a pose here, let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And I love the feet on him too, balances pretty well. Well, rather than his traditional blaster, we'll give him Megatron. Like that. Boom, boom. Jeez, okay. Oh, because that panel wasn't locked. So that's on me. Let's go ahead and get that out real quick. Boom. Make sure that's in first. To block and lock. There we go. All right. Now we're rocking. Make him look up a bit. Boom, boom. Tilt. There we go. A good looking piece, but like I said, things like the ab crunch, the back hip skirt, just, it's dated stuff, man. And it's like, if you're going to release this stuff, please update the engineering, you know? Go back to it. Actually, make sure it's up to snuff with the new stuff.